Thank you for your interest in learning about the APA-accredited internship site at the University of Houston Clear Lake's Counseling and Mental Health Center. Nestled between downtown Houston and Galveston Island, University of Houston Clear Lake, or UHCL, offers a really unique blend of both natural beauty and academic rigor. Clear Lake, which is the community that surrounds UHCL, provides a really thriving community environment where education and innovation really flourish. Our campus, which is situated on a 500-acre nature preserve, has a stunning third-floor view from our office suite. You often can see deer, alligators, hawks, various other animals, which are a pretty common sight from our building. UHCL is a standalone four-year university, and it is a member of the larger University of Houston system. One thing that's important to note is that we're both a Hispanic-serving institution with a really diverse student population, and we also have a lot of traditional and non-traditional student populations. Over a third of our clients are first-generation college students, and it really enriches our community with a wide range of lived experiences and really diverse therapy needs.
At the heart of our commitment to student well-being is the UHCL Counseling and Mental Health Center, also known as CMHC. Our center is dedicated to promoting mental wellness, resilience, and personal growth through a variety of services and programs that are tailored to meet the needs of our students. So it may come as no surprise that we value a developmental model in our training. So we strive to create an environment where interns can feel safe to challenge themselves gradually throughout the year.
There's another part of our model that has to do with our general clinical services, which is, as you know already, we are a relatively short-term model. Clients come for 5 to 15 sessions on average. That's not a hard and fast limit. Some clients stay for longer, but it's always based on clinical need. One of the really nice things about our program that I'm particularly proud of is that we don't have a traditional stepped care model where we say students are only entitled to a certain number of sessions and then you must go on to a different modality. Here, we really work with our clients to collaborate and come up with treatment plans that make good clinical sense. Doctoral interns are required to do group therapy participation because it's one of the core competencies here. Much like couples modalities, we try to do group therapy with co-leaders, which means for fall and spring semesters, interns will be co-leading groups with senior staff members, with the idea being that as you develop your group skills, by the summertime, often interns will run groups on their own, and so we're really proud of our group therapy training program.
We invite our interns to be highly involved in outreach throughout the year, so that can look like mental health talks and presentations and workshops, resource fair tablings, and activities that promote mental health awareness. Interns can co-present what we call our CERT training, which is our mental health awareness training. That's given to students and faculty that helps people to recognize and empower individuals who are experiencing mental health challenges. Our interns also have the unique opportunity to be involved in a lot of different professional development events with other state and local training programs. Some examples of this include monthly chats meetings where interns meet with other Houston area internship training sites for a series of didactic presentations and networking opportunities. There's also the annual Texas Intern Conference where interns from Texas University Counseling Centers can learn and connect and bolster their professional development. Also, we're generally known for the fun culture of our staff. We do a lot of lighthearted pranks throughout the year, ask about the ducks, as well as a lot of fun lunch bunches during the summer where we get together as a staff and do group lunches. Our intern program is an essential part of our center, designed to prepare the next generation of mental health professionals. Our training program goes beyond traditional forms of therapy, also incorporating outreach and various wellness initiatives. And speaking of wellness, our staff very much value self-care. And this is what we call our Mind Spa, which is a room that both students and staff can luckily reserve up to once a week for an hour. And if I must say so myself, this massage chair is pretty sick. So in this video, we'll highlight the voices of our current and former interns so that you can get a more nuanced perspective of their experiences during their time here. So I'm proud to introduce our current interns, each of whom have their own office, as you see one of them here. And we really are intentional about including them into our staff from day one that they arrive here.
So welcome, this is my office. As an intern, I get my own office, which within my training experience was new for me. I really like that we're able to kind of decorate it and make it our own with a lot of freedom there. And so, obviously this is my desk where I do notes and things like that. And then when I'm doing therapy with clients, I can come sit here and see my clients here.
Good morning. How are you? Welcome to my office. As you can see, all the intern offices look a little bit different. Something that I really appreciate is that I have a couch because I really have a passion for working with couples, so that worked out well. Honestly, a pleasant surprise that I had when I got here was the supervision. The supervisors care so much about us here as people and with our clinical training. I mean, it's some of the top-notch training that I've ever gotten, and something that I really appreciate too is the supervisors all have different theoretical orientations, so you get experience with humanistic existential, psychodynamics, CBT, ACT. Yeah, and they really respect whatever orientation you're interested in and want to help you hone in on that too.
Right.
And we have all different groups here, and we have an ACT group, we have a process group, and groups have really popped off since we've been here. Our clinical director is really passionate about it, and it's instilled a lot of passion in us as interns. So that's been one of the most exciting things about this site. And something that really attracted me to this site was the couples therapy experience. I get to work with a co-therapist in some cases. Other times I'm seeing couples on my own, and that's just been something that I was really looking for in my training, and I've definitely gotten here. So
yeah, I think it's pretty unique at a university counseling site. To have as many couples as we do.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about working here is the client population.
Yeah.
I think our student population is one of the most diverse populations I've certainly ever worked with. When I say diverse, I mean it like across all sort of aspects of diversity. So I've worked with a lot of international students. There's a lot of diversity within sexual orientation and gender identity, within ability status. I've worked with a client I think as old as 70 and as young as 18. And so at this site I've really gotten such a great breadth of diversity and opportunity and growing my own clinical skills.
Something I love here is that if we're ever feeling sick, we can just reach out to the front desk and they'll help us out and reschedule our clients for us.
Yeah, that was new for me when I got here and really helped me out when I wasn't feeling well. There's a lot of value for taking care of yourself and self-care. But the front desk staff actually helps us schedule for most of our clients. I really love it because if I'm in session with a client and another one of my clients calls, the front desk is there to really reschedule and help our clients out. So why don't we go say hi to them?
Yeah, let's go meet them.
Well, on our way, we're gonna pass through the waiting room. This is where our clients come to check in. We got some computers here where they fill out some paperwork and then take a seat, and we as clinicians come out to grab them. Let's go say hi to our administrative staff.
Say hi to Savannah and Laura.
Hi! Now let's hear from some of our former interns about the significant impacts that they've made in their field and who remain connected to UHCL even now. They will share their journeys, skills that they developed during their time here, and the legacies that they created and experienced at the Counseling and Mental Health Center.
I'm Dr. Reka Vergas. I was part of the internship cohort of 2016 to 2017 at UHCL. I'm currently working in the city of Holland, Michigan, as the Director of Counseling and Psychological Services at Hope College. So at this point, I've been in the college counseling world for over 9 years. I've been an outreach director, the director of training with an externship, and I'm now the director. And those were all goals that I really kind of crystallized or saw as a possibility while on internship. Being directly supervised by Dr. Cindy Cook was really instrumental because I think it's pretty unusual for someone who is, I'll say just an intern at the time to think that it's at all possible to get to a place where you can be a director. And that was exactly what she told me as a model for what it means to be part of a healthy and functioning team, as well as what it's like to have a really healthy boss. And that really sets you up for your career. Again, regardless of where you are, this is what I should be expecting from a team. And that is invaluable at such an early stage of your career.
My name is Dr. Bethany Evans, and I currently work at the University of North Texas as the Executive Director of Counseling and Testing Services. I was an intern at the University of Houston, Clear Lake in 2013 through 2014. I have maintained my relationships with several of the staff, including Jason and Cindy. And as I moved up through the ranks at my center, they became more of a source of support. And I've looked forward to seeing them and connecting with them when I've attended conference for directors and the clinical directors.
I'm Dr. Lily Varajan. I'm a licensed psychologist in Minnesota. I'm working currently in Minneapolis. However, until about 6 months ago, I was working in private practice and at the University of Houston, Clear Lake. I had the opportunity to do presentations. I had the opportunity to do marketing, to learn about different areas of mental health that I was particularly interested in, including private practice, which is what I knew that I wanted to do at that time. So in that growth, even though they knew I really wasn't planning on heading into college mental health, they're really supportive in terms of just giving me the opportunities to learn a pretty broad range.
Little things that I've taken with me from there, just like everybody's love of food and sharing food and celebrating birthdays, things like that. I've taken that with me at my subsequent different sites. And so that's what we do here in my office. And that's because I saw that at Clear Lake. So, it's in really like big and little ways that they've just been amazing human beings.
Overall, I had a very positive experience at U of H at Clear Lake. I felt immediately supported, and it really felt like a family.
This is an incident that I'll never ever forget, and it has really set the tone for how I treat, I've treated supervisees in the past as well as my current staff. But I'd learned that Dr. Cook had actually taken a crisis that came during the lunch hour to let me have time to eat and decompress. But the thought that the director had taken a client for a trainee without a second thought, with no fanfare or anything, that was a big deal to me, because it told me that the staff here prioritized me as a human, and that's something that I have wanted to follow an example, and just sort of that's the kind of supervisor and that's the kind of boss that I want to be.
My supervisor there at the time watched obviously several videos of me doing therapy and made the comment, it doesn't seem like you're being your authentic self. It seems like you are trying to be someone else. And I think that was very true. I think like a lot of new therapists, I was trying to emulate one of the professors in my graduate program who I had a lot of respect for. However, I think that came across as inauthentic because it wasn't really a reflection of my own personality. So one of the things she said has made one of the biggest impacts in my personal and professional development is, what would it be like if you were yourself in the room? What if you brought your authentic self, didn't try to be someone else or try to be more therapeutic, but just brought your authentic personality and yourself into the room and really use that in a therapeutic sense? And that gave me permission to really explore what therapy was really about, to explore some of the skills that I was bringing in and what fit with my own development, my own strengths, my sense of humor, interpersonal kind of approach, and kind of bringing my own experiences of the client into the room. And to get permission to do that was really a very liberating and strong development experience for me. So I'll always be grateful for that, because that has helped me really continue to develop some strong skills, which I then pass on to the students that I've taught both at UHCL as well as my role now in St. Mary's.
So we really have to, sometimes be creative and figure out how we can best serve folks. And I think being at Clear Lake really prepared me for that, because that's not a unique situation to certain college counseling centers. We all face similar challenges of resources and getting folks connected and really getting them what they need. it solidified that that is what I really wanted to do from there on out. And I have been in college counseling ever since. I completed my postdoc at a college counseling center, and it's been my career for the past almost 9 or 10 years.
I actually came to Clear Lake in phase 2. I had wanted so badly to stay in DC and, had not really done a good job of applying to different sites, basically. And so it was like, all right, I got to broaden my range, and I wanted to come to Clear Lake for phase 2. It was like, how foolish, I hadn't considered this place. It was just like what felt like a second choice, or, literally right in phase 2 is not something that folks going on an internship love to consider, but this is what happens, you get set on a path and you end up wanting to devote your career to this work.
As we celebrate the lasting relationships and legacy of our internship program, we hope you'll consider joining us to discover how UHCL and the Counseling and Mental Health Center are making a difference in the lives of both our students and the broader community. Thank you for considering the University of Houston Clear Lake's Counseling and Mental Health Center for your doctoral internship. We hope this video has provided you with a comprehensive introduction of our center, and we really look forward to reviewing your application.